2024 Porsche Macan EV Electric. This is what the all-electric Porsche Macan looks like. This is significant news. Porsche may present itself as a sports car manufacturer, but based on sales data, it's more of an SUV manufacturer with a strong sports car division. While creating an upscale electric vehicle such as the Taycan for early adopters is commendable, Porsche's best-selling models are still the Macan and Cayenne. Making the switch to EVs only early is risky. This Macan electric vehicle must be excellent. What then do we have? New Macan style. The Macan 4 and the Macan Turbo are the two models that will be available. Additionally, they both include a 100 kilowatt-hours battery, of which 95 kilowatt-hours are truly useful. With a little less for the Turbo, it should provide you with roughly 380 miles of WLTP range for the Macan 4. Furthermore, both of them have two motors and four-wheel drive. They both move quite quickly as well. But in a moment, more on that. It also, predictably, has a somewhat updated Macan-like appearance. You drive this car, which resembles a Taycan in that it has these daytime running lights up here. Porsche has given careful consideration to every aerodynamic component of this vehicle, which we will discuss in a moment. The car has strong shoulders as you descend the car. It has frameless doors just like the Taycan, thus the windows aren't framed. Wheel sizes range from 20 inches to 22 inches. Since this is a Macan 4, these optional 22-inch wheels are fitted to the vehicle. The side blades, which are similar to those on the preceding Macan, are then located down the sides. They are available in three various colors, so you may have the Turbo in gloss black, regular plastic, or carbon fiber. The car's side is then really attractively muscular. This car is a little lower and wider. Still, for an electric vehicle, the wheelbase is significantly longer. This has an additional 86 millimeters added to it. For the interior, that should be excellent news. If you look at the back of the Turbo, you'll notice that it has these tiny additional vents in the bumper, but it also has a full-width 3D light bar with the Porsche emblem right in the center. A charming tiny ventry. Moreover, this spoiler is currently active. Porsche has now invested a lot of time in optimizing the aerodynamics of this vehicle. Its extremely low coefficient of drag contributes to its efficiency. Interior. Porsche Active Aerodynamics, where PAA is a feature of the Macan. Thus, in addition to the previously discussed front flaps, there are also adjustable rear spoilers, flexible coverings for an entirely sealed underbody, and numerous other minor adjustments that improve efficiency. Thus, while completely novel, it isn't too dissimilar from what you might anticipate. Additionally, because the interior of the electric Macan is essentially what you would anticipate, albeit sleeker, you might have also called it about that. You sit rather low. Compared to the standard Macan, these front seats are 28 millimeters lower, and that's fortunate as you normally sit too high in an EV. If you drive a Macan, you'll be accustomed to the rising center console, and the entire inside seems quite squat and cockpit-like. The wheel itself is really small. It has a small number of buttons, recognizable elements such as this drive mode pinwheel. It has a few little rockers for the air conditioning system. Additionally, there are several cup holders, storage, and a small box here. However, this dash is the big story because it's spectacular. It's technically 3 panels, but it feels like one huge one. You have a 12.6-inch driver information display in front of you, and it has all the standard information on it. There is then a 10.9-inch touchscreen in the center. It moves quickly when you press on this, I may add. This is an Android-based system that is among the fastest that I believe I have ever seen. Then there's a passenger display choice next to that, where they can adjust all the multimedia, use a phone, watch Netflix, or just ignore you. Additionally, a head-up display with augmented reality is projected down there for the first time. It appears quite sleek. Everything seems a little bit like an upgraded Macan. One feature that I particularly enjoy is the multi-purpose LED strip that circles the entire cabin. It then illuminates to inform you of many things. It will so change color when charging. It can even be used in tandem with some of the more sophisticated driver assistance technologies. It will thus alert you if you are about to open your door in front of an approaching car. It also has leather-free leather and reclaimed carpeting. This is an improved Macan. Everything is Porsche perfect. It's more useful as well. The back bench is now lower than it was before, just like the front seats. A 540-liter boot and a front car present for the first time. That's an additional 84 liters of storage, which is a suitable amount for cables and other items. Figures and specifications. Both of them are as fast as an electric Porsche automobile could be. The Macan 4 can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and has just over 400 brake horsepower. On the other hand, the Turbo has an incredible 635 brake horsepower and a staggering level of torque. With launch control engaged, it can reach 62 miles per hour from rest in just 3.3 seconds. That is incredibly quick. Oh, and their top speeds are 137 miles per hour and 162 miles per hour, respectively. Porsche must above all maintain the Macan's reputation as a superbly handling compact SUV. Since only the back motor functions, the front motor essentially shuts down and receives proper rear-wheel steering, which allows it to turn a very small turning circle. Plus, standard on the turbo, air suspension is an option. Additionally, 2-valve dampers offer you more choices between sporty firmness and complete squish, as well as the standard Porsche performance tools such as torque vectoring and traction management. It appears that the Macan EV will have the go-ahead to match the show, considering what Porsche accomplished with Taycan. Charging. Porsche looks to be hitting all the right notes when it comes to charging. As previously established, both Macans receive a 100 kilowatt-hours battery, of which 95 kilowatt-hours are usable. And that's all on Porsche's brand new high-end electrified chassis. Given that it has an 800-volt design, a maximum charging rate of 270 should be possible, effectively providing 10 to 80% battery life in little under 20 minutes, if a large enough charger can be found. Additionally, it is capable of bank charging, which effectively divides the battery into two sections and eliminates the need for a booster for 400 charging stations. This results in improved heat management and more effective charging. Additionally, there's 11 kilowatts DC charging, which is helpful. Remember that the time spent at the charger is contributing to a respectable range. The Macan 4's official mileage is 380 miles, whereas the turbo's is 367 miles. For the Macan 4, that translates to 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour, and anything above 4 is excellent. Cost. So if you read the press release, everything is fantastic to hear. Price is still crucial though, if the Macan is genuinely Porsche's gateway drug of vehicle. As of this week, a base Macan with a 4-cylinder, 263 brake horsepower petrol turbo would set you back roughly £53,000 in the UK. And that would cost almost $72,000 if you choose the top specs 6-cylinder Macan GTS. That is a fairly good value. The price of the entry-level electric Macan 4 is set at £69,800, while the turbo model has a sticker price of £95,800. Thus, a price premium is in store for you. However, since they are electric, you can somewhat offset that by using creative methods like company car programs and VAT returns. However, a less expensive Macan does not yet have. If you reside in the UK, there is a slight twist to this. On July 1, 2024, Macans with engines will no longer be available for purchase in Europe. This isn't because they need to adhere to new emission regulations. Rather, Porsche failed to design the ICE vehicles to comply with new cybersecurity regulations in Europe. However, since we don't follow the same regulations in the UK, the combustion Macan will continue to exist for a while. Porsche hasn't said for how long, but in the UK, the gasoline-powered Macan should be available to purchase throughout 2024. So should we buy a late Macan with an engine and squeeze every last bit of life out of it, or should we make the move early? I suppose we'll have to wait to decide till we've had a chance to drive the Macan Electric. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.